Here's part 3 of my favorite science fiction from every year of my life. This round we're talking about books released from 1980 to 1984. Starting the decade off in 1980 with The Visitors by one of my favorite authors, Clifford D. Simic. The Visitors is a different kind of alien invasion book because interaction with the aliens proves to be essentially impossible, highlighting the inherent problems in encountering alien races. Simic uses the book to explore how the presence of aliens might disrupt human economic and political systems. It's an interesting and thoughtful book by an underappreciated author. For 1981, we've got Dream Park by Larry Niven and John Barnes. Dream Park is set in the near future where massive amusement parks have been established for live-action role-playing adventures. The novel takes place during the first run-through of a new game set in the South Pacific and includes a murder mystery, corporate espionage, and a personal grudge match between the game designer and an expert player. Dream Park is the first in a series of novels set in different game worlds and is incredibly inventive and a lot of fun. Next up is the 1982 classic The Running Man by Stephen King, who was writing as Richard Bachman at the time. If you've seen the movie, you know basically nothing about the book as they couldn't be more different. In the novel, the player can run and hide anywhere on the planet while hunters are on their trail and citizens are incentivized to turn them in as well. If they manage to stay free and alive for 30 days, they win $1 billion. This is a fast-paced and smart book with plenty of action, but also a bit to say about surveillance culture and celebrity. Of the books on this list, start with The Running Man. For 1983, I've chosen Startide Rising by David Brin. Startide Rising is actually the second book in Brin's Uplift universe and features humans operating in space alongside uplifted dolphins and chimpanzees. The novel is classic space opera with alien encounters, shadowy government entities, shipboard conflict and crisis, and a fascinating and diverse collection of characters. Startide Rising won the Hugo and Nebula Awards and set the stage for 4 more novels in the universe. Finally, 1984 brings us the cyberpunk classic Neuromancer by William Gibson. Neuromancer follows the story of a hacker named Case who is tasked with gaining access to high-level artificial intelligence systems for questionable purposes. The book is set in a dystopian future and explores themes of artificial intelligence, cybernetics, and the fusion of human and machine in a setting of corporate intrigue and really interesting perspectives on the future of network communications and AI, including coining the term cyberspace. Neuromancer won the Hugo, Nebula, and Philip K. Dick Awards and is considered a modern science fiction classic. Well, there you go. 5 more books from the early years of my life, 1980 to 1984. Are there other books from these years that you'd recommend? Let me know, and stay tuned for part 4.